Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kyle here with another Guardian Tales video, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about the best guaranteed accessories here in Guardian Tales and talk about why they're so good and exactly where to find them here in Guardian Tales. So these are going to be accessories that are not just good for early game, but good for late game accounts. So you can feel confident in actually investing in these accessories from the start of the game. These are all accessories that can just be found in the campaign. When you can limit break them down the line, they're going to be something that you can use in the in-game. And me as an in-game player, or at least I would like to think of myself as an in-game player, I use these all the time. So at the end of the video, I'm going to show my lineup for these unique accessories, but these are the limit broken versions of these unique accessories. So then also I do want to say a big shout out to Captain Anayam. He was the one that came up with this idea. Really smart guy on the Discord. So really cool that there's so many smart people here in this community. Not only really knowledgeable, but also want to share that knowledge too. I just think that's awesome that he went out of his way to say this. He was like, I'm not a YouTuber, but I think this would help. And I totally agree. I think this is a really good idea. Before we get into this video, if we can get a like on this video, that'd be awesome. Also subscribe to the channel for more Guardian Tales content. And so with that away, let's get into the video here. Okay, so the first one here we're going to be talking about, these are in no particular order on how good they are or which levels they appear in. This is just going to be me talking about them in the order I got these screenshots in. So the first one is going to be Sharpshooter here. Why this one is so good is that it's the best damage dealing unique 3-star accessory. But it's far more than that, because when it's fully max limit broken, it actually gives crit, and it's the only unique accessory that actually gives combat stats when fully max limit broken, so it really sets it apart. This is a very popular in-game accessory for a lot of accounts. It's used in raiding, it's used in Coliseum, Arena, even on your damage dealing characters. The big thing you want to keep in mind though with Sharpshooter is that the base defense is low. You're going to find that, just a rule of thumb when it comes to accessories, some of them are going to have relatively low base defense and some are going to have significantly higher. And you're going to want to kind of get an idea of those ranges. And Sharpshooter is going to fall in the category of a very low base defense, but it's going to give you a significantly big boost for your attacks. You're going to want to put these on characters that have low base defense that can really take advantage of the damage stats, but not necessarily care about percentage-based defense stats. Going to be the reason why you're going to want to put these on your damaged characters. This one's an amazing accessory. Every single time you get a Sharpshooter accessory, you always want to keep it. For example, on my account, I have 3 fully max limit broken Sharpshooters just because they're so good. It takes a fully max limit broken Minotaur's necklace with a good roll, in my opinion, to actually find something that beats it. So that's just an absolute insane amount of resources to ever even come close to something that's relatively so much easier to get. Definitely, once you get Sharpshooter, keep it and also use it. And so then next on the list, we got Greed Earring here. This one is not as much combat stats when it comes to indirect comparison of Sharpshooter, but what's cool about Greed Earring is that it has higher base defense. This one, yes, you lose a decent amount of attack on this. This one is going to just be really nice for you regardless, because it's still solid. It has good amount of crit skill damage, it has good amount of attack, it has HP percentage, and it has a little bit of crit. But when you do max limit break it, it's going to give you defensive stats versus combat stats. I believe people use these more so for Coliseum. I can totally see that, so you're not as squishy and you just get blown up the second someone touches you. Still a solid accessory for you to use. And you can obtain this here in World 7. Next, we got Golden Pocket Watch. So what's really good about Golden Pocket Watch is it's one of the higher base defensive pieces of gear. So weapon skill regen speed is only going to be useful on your main character. So this is going to already exclude it to whatever your main unit is for campaign. It's going to be your main unit for arena. You never really want to put these on if you're in a game mode where your side characters are going to be a big contribution, because that whole stat is completely wasted. So this is going to go on like your future princess, this is going to go on your Beth, characters like that that are going to be your main character on your team. This can also be used on any character, any type of character in arena, obviously, because you're only going to be mainly piloting them. So it's just a really solid accessory that I currently still use on my Beth in arena, just to give you an idea of how useful it is long term. There is better, but it takes such a crazy roll to ever even come close to how good Golden Pocket Watch is. So it would be really tough to replace this, and the amount of resources it takes to get any of these replacements is just so high that you're going to be using this for a very long time. And in some cases, like in mine, I'm still using it. Like a lot of people still use these accessories. We have Ocean Earring. This is going to be a healer one, and you can find this one in World 8 in Mount Shivering. What makes Ocean Earring so good is it is a high heal percentage accessory that's going to boost the healing of your healers, obviously. But what's cool about it is when it's max limit broken, it's going to give you 10% extra healing percentage, which not many accessories have. So it's going to give you the highest amount of heal percentage in the entire game. There is unique accessories that do exist that give you somewhere close to that, but this one, since it's free, it's very good right out of the box. It has good defense. It gives you attack and heal. It's just overall a very good accessory. And then especially when you fully max limit break it way down the line, this one's going to be significantly harder than the unique ones that I've been talking about earlier, but still very good to invest in. And a lot of people use this on their Mayas, on their Aobas, just any type of healer that they have, except Karina is really going to take advantage of this. And so to end the video, I'm going to talk about my version of each one of these accessories that I talked about here. So first is going to be Sharpshooter, and I have 3 of them here, and they're all max limit broken. To give you an idea of just how useful this is in the in-game, I use this for all the raiding, and I also use this on my Coliseum team. I think you could probably min-max a little bit and get better ones for your backliners in Coliseum, but I'm just going with the maximum amount of damage there. I'm a fan of them. I rotate them around for all the characters in raiding. And in some situations, I use different accessories depending on the character. But for the most part, if they do damage, I use these. If they're the main character and they do damage, then I try to get something with weapon skill regen speed. So this is a really good roll on the Minotaur necklace here. So that's why I'm using this. And this is always going to be situational. But for the most part, I really like having Sharpshooter. Probably what I'm going to do, instead of actually getting a greed earring, and so I don't really invest in greed earrings. You get way more defensive stats, but not as much damage. So I'm sure in certain situations that's actually preferred, but I'm just going to save my resources, invest them in other places, and if anything, just finish out the sharpshooters for my account and get them higher defense. For example, get them all to level 80. But that takes so many hammers and there's so many other things I want to level that it's probably not going to be something I do for a very long time, if at all. If I find a need for it, I will do it. Accessories is going to be Golden Pocket Watch here. I think this one's really good. As you can tell, the base defense is so much higher. See how it's 127 versus 85 on one of these. Yes, they're not fully maxed out, but still it's a massive gap there. I really like this on my main characters that are a little tanky. So I used to use this on Future Princess way back in the day, but then I replaced it with a good roll on the Mirror Earring of Faith. This is still not even close to a max potential roll here, but still I think it's good enough to use instead of Golden Pocket Watch. And then I also use this on Beth a lot. That's mainly the character I use this on currently. It's gonna be Beth. If I had my Lynn up, I would totally use it on Lynn. Kind of that bruiser character, that kind of style of character. I think you would use this well. Probably use this on Sohi if I ever pull her. That's the kind of idea here. That I like the weapon skill regen speed. I like the little bit of tankiness. It has a little bit of attack there as well. So very solid accessory that I still use in like competitive parts of the game, like arena and stuff. And I see a lot of other people using it too. And so then the last one on the list is going to be Ocean Earring here. I personally have this almost max limit broken. I got it. I don't have a good roll on it because I'm still missing the attack and I'm still really low on the defense. I could, limit break it and get it I'm one away from actually having that extra healing. So if I ever find myself needing extra healing, and currently I'm using a necklace, but potentially I could limit break this if I just need raw healing. And also if I want to invest the option change stones to get a better roll for this, because I would want, the 18% healing, because the whole point of it is that it's the best healing thing. So I'd want to max that out. And then I would also want to max out the defense / HP on here. I don't really care about the attack too much, but it'd be ideal if I get a good roll where I hit the defense but I don't get any attack. I'm probably just going to keep it there. So really good accessory. It's right there. I haven't really found a need for it yet. When I do, I'm assuming it's going to be like harder PvE content is probably going to really benefit from a good Ocean Earring. So I have the resources ready to go if I ever need it. I'm going to end the video here. I think that just kind of shows you exactly where to get these accessories, and also that I'm still using them here in the in-game pretty much as my main accessories. Few exceptions of like really good, hard to get rolls. Way down the line, they'll get replaced with those better options. But at the moment, I'm using them a ton. With that, guys, I'm out. Peace.